My Muay Thai, sitting here with Mr. Andy Thrasher. Good to see you, mate.
Yeah, good to see you too.
Both of us live in England, and it seems like the only time we can catch up with each other is in Bangkok.
Yeah, at least it's warm.
Yeah, at least it's warm, definitely. So what are you doing out here, man?
I've just come out to train for the next fight, 1st of March in Manchester, the main event. It's a double world title fight and UK #1 spot, eliminator.
Who are you fighting?
Tim Thomas.
And wait, you guys have fought before, haven't you?
Yeah, it's about 5 years ago now, and I was winning up until about the 3rd round.
Yeah.
And I threw a teeth at a distance. And, Tim caught it with one of his infamous right hands, or 2 right hands, and then I give my head a good clout on the floor as well as I landed. So that was me out cold. First person to knock me out.
Wow. Most of the guys in the States would have just heard about you recently. I posted your video from the Toyota Marathon tournament where you knocked out Prakai Sang, who's is he 2 or 3 ranked Lumpini, or?
At present he's number 3 or 4. At the time he was ranked #1.
Yeah. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Massive congratulations. So just to we're gonna start at the beginning, like how long have you been fighting for?
I've been fighting about 9 years now, 8-9 years. But training maybe 12, 13.
And what do you train out of?
In England?
In England.
At GFC Muay Thai in Bury, Manchester.
And you've always been there?
Yeah, I've always been there.
And how did you get into it?
Purely by accident. I used to box when I was a kid, but the club closed down, so I just went to normal sports in England: football, rugby, cricket. I was playing football at the time, Saturday League, and I broke my collarbone in a match. And a friend of mine said, "Oh, come down the gym, press ups, sit ups, get some strength back."
Was your friend a fighter, or?
No, he was just training there, just for fitness, just for fun. He stopped training about a year afterwards. But, as soon as I got down there and I was seeing the lads sparring in the ring and found that you could use knees and elbows, that was me. But I never went back to football again.
How old were you then?
20, 21.
Oh, so fairly late start then.
Yeah, very late really in consideration. So.
Yeah. As much as you've accomplished. So how often do you come? Well, right now we're at Watarachai, as most people can see. But where do you typically train when you're here in Thailand?
I've only ever trained at Jitty Gym.
Sure.
Yeah, but Watarachai was there training, and since he's opened his new gym, I wanted to show my support. I feel like I owe him a lot.
Yeah.
He's a brilliant trainer, so kills me on the pads all the time. So
sure.
Obviously, I come to train here as well.
It seems like the English guys really. I know like Liam and Jordan and those guys also train at Jitty.
Yeah, that's right.
It seems like it's a little England away from England.
Yeah, it's good. There's a good few English lads go there, but there's people from all over the world: Americans, Australians, French.
So you've been going on and off there for
last 3 years now.
Wow. So I hear you've got some good news coming up.
Yeah, it was a very eventful night last night at Lumpini. Apart from the brilliant fights that was on, Sunshine Say It though.
I was actually surprised by that. Let's talk about that for a second. I thought Saget Down was going to take it to him, but I guess they were both the same weight. And what did you think about that 5th round?
I think the 4th round was the sort of turning point. I thought, yeah, he's got this in the bag now. In the 5th round, again, he just pushed it further.
5th round, he put it in another gear. It was ridiculous.
Yeah,
he just took over.
It's almost as if he wanted to prove the doubters wrong and saying, "Oh, he's past it. He's a bit old." An inspiration to us old fellas.
Yeah, it was brilliant. So, all right. So sorry about that. That was. So you were at the stadium last night, and what happened?
Just wandering about and went out to get a bit of a bite to eat. Actually, and bumped into the Pitch&D promoters. Who told me off for not fighting in the grand final of the tournament last year. But he called me into the office anyway, and we sat down and had a chat, worked out a few things, and basically I've agreed to fight in the Pitch&D program next year, which is 4 tournaments, the grand final, maybe a couple of other shows abroad.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
That's going to be great. It's going to raise your profile. It's going to be just amazing fight experience. All around great stuff. What weight are you going to be fighting at?
70 kilo this one.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's big boys.
Yeah, so
Big boys.
It's the same as the last one. Same as the last one's at 70 kilos.
So you're probably going to be out here every other month,
yeah, pretty much all of this year. I mean, there's talk of a fight in the States in November, so sort of leaving that free.
Who would you be fighting in the States? You know?
I'm not sure. It's not got that far yet. Apparently there was a show to be held in Vegas in February, the UK versus US. I don't know how much about it, how much I can say about it. So I'm just speculating.
Have you ever fought in the States?
No, I've never been to America. Full stop.
Vegas is. I have a hate relationship with Vegas.
Really?
I just lose my ass every time I'm there.
Yeah.
Get to stay away from the tables.
Yeah,
that'd be interesting. I hope that happens for you. That'll be an amazing experience. So, what are your goals for the next? I don't know. Let's just go not too far. Maybe next 2 years. What do you want? What do you want to do? What do you want to accomplish?
Well, the last 3 years, 4 years, have been my last year fighting. But obviously, it seems I've got better, more experience, I've woken up a bit more to the scoring, the techniques, and just enjoying it more. Maybe some people in Thailand, and release a life for it. And I just want to push myself as much as I can.
You're basically reinvigorated.
Yeah.
So, well, talk about that for a second. We just did a scoring seminar with judging and scoring seminar with Tony Myers. So amazing, when you understand some of the intricacies around scoring, how much it changes your strategy. How do you feel you're improving? Is it because you're training with different people, or do you feel that? Why is your game getting picked? Why is your game picking up?
I think it has to be due to the trainers. I mean, Jitsi has some great trainers there. Tam, Rajasak, Wachachon is there now. Obviously over here, and we've got a couple of ex-champion trainers here as well. So I feel when you train with those people, you can't help but improve yourself. It rubs off.
How would you characterize your fighting style?
At present, it's a lot cleverer than when I started. It's basically just bang when I started. I think I had something like 7 knockouts from the first 10 fights.
Well, how long did you box before you actually?
That was maybe 2-3 years. But we're talking late primary school, early secondary school.
Yeah.
I think I stopped boxing when I was about 11 or 12. And got into football and rugby.
Sure. Do you train people full time, or do you have a day job, or?
I did before last year, and I came out. I was just kind of really the last 2 years I've spent 50% of the time in Thailand.
Yeah.
So obviously I can't commit to keeping up regular training for clients. So I sort of passed them on to my coach, my cornerman back home,
sure.
Darren Phillips, and hopefully I'll be able to get them back when I retire.
Well, I think coming back home with a couple championship belts will help as well.
Fingers crossed.
If there's anybody right now who's watching this who's sort of in your situation, in the sense that they're having some success, and it's I don't know, there's part of you that's you gotta, I guess, cut the lifeboats, right, and just dive into it. How do you do that? I mean, what keeps you?
You have to be single-minded. You have to be focused on what you want, basically. I for the last 2 years at least, as far as the sport's concerned, I've just wanted to do the best I can, fight the best I can, and luckily Jitsi has provided me with the opportunity. He's got good contacts. I've fought WPMF title twice against Panel, top king boxing. Lost the first one because I took it on about 3 days' notice after quite a heavy Songkran last year. But I lost that one clearly. But then I was offered a rematch over in Bali, Indonesia, earlier on this year. So I came over, trained really hard for that. And I thought I'd taken it, but maybe just not quite enough to take it from the current champion.
Sure.
But I hear he's lost it now to a Swedish guy, so maybe I'll challenge him for it.
You have the you have the Muay Thai against drugs belt, right?
Yeah.
which is the WMC, right?
So,
And then you had the British title.
yeah, that was first, obviously, relinquished them once just got the world titles.
And what other belts do you have currently?
The WKA world title and the Toyota Championship.
How many fights have you had now?
Roughly about 60. I've lost count.
Yeah.
Roughly about 60.
How many stitches in your face?
Well, last year I counted 11. 11 stitches.
I did an interview with Bovey, and he said he had like well over like something ridiculous, like 200 or 300, something ridiculous. His face is just like scar tissue.
You can tell. I saw it at some stadium last year sometime. He's basically like a street rat.
Yeah.
I mean, I took up Thai boxing as an excuse for looking like this. I don't want to get moved yet.
Well, mate, I really appreciate the time out from the training, whatever, to sit down with us. Best of luck in the upcoming year. Hopefully we can. Hopefully when you're out here, you get Skype or something. We'll catch up with you from time to time and check in on your progress. And when's the big fight in England?
That's 31st of March.
Okay. And that is in Manchester.
Manchester, yeah. Track and field.
All right, we'll be there.
Come down, yeah.
Definitely be there cheering you on.
Yeah, pretty good. That's for putting up my WKA world title against Jim Thompson's ISK world title.
Any predictions?
It's going to be a good old barnstormer, I think, but I feel a little bit of revenge on the cards for me. I've got a few side bets on between me and you, so I'm going to boost my purse a little bit.
Well, excellent. Well, Andy, thank you so much. Appreciate your time, and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay, thank you.
All right.